they're going to go ahead and bring them to the hoedown. Okay, anyway, it's Shantae Brown Sugar Talk on the Black Unicorn. I gotta talk like that because I got my trucker hat on. Because the hoe's gonna be at the hoedown. That shit is hilarious. Anyway, y'all, so today is moving forward. And I guess it's kind of like, y'all, I like my peace. I like my pace. I like my pace. So, you don't want to see me the pictures because I know you're not near them. You're probably not able to be next to my child. So, that's it. That's all I gotta say. Y'all ain't gotta do that. And, yeah, I got stuff I need to do. So, you know, when you got shit you need to do, look it. So, anyway, moving forward. Don't allow opinions of others to control your life. That's what I want y'all. Like, I post this stuff and whatever, but it's like, nothing happens, so what else can I do except for press charges when I'm able to? Shame of past failures. Sometimes, like, yeah, it's okay to fail. You actually need to keep track of the process. Because if you don't, what happens is you just get off your game. Let me tell y'all this trick too. Some people throw you off your game. They'll be like, "You're so good at that," and then you'll get thrown off your game. It's actually a mind trick. When people tell you that, you can't ignore it. Don't absorb it until the game is over. And I'm pretty sure who will probably help you with that is the winner. And I know he got hurt. Is the golf player. What's his name? Watch him come up because he black and Asian. You see what I'm saying? Tiger Woods. Yep. So it's a mind trick. So you have to fix yourself on the mind trick. So when they telling you so good and this, that, and the other, don't fall for the game. Focus on something else. Focus on you, because I fell for the game once too. And I didn't know how to I stopped making projects and all this stuff because they were like, you gonna be a celebrated artist, all this different stuff. Didn't know how to handle that. Didn't know how to keep going in that effort. But I had to fail in order to know. And so in that instance, what I learned is that I should have just kept going in my own focus, but I was too young to understand that. My mind wasn't ready. My mind wasn't ready to win at that game. So that's it. So you have to teach yourself that that's something they're telling you, but that's not really who you are. You can be the best at something and still not be number one, because you will not, and that will affect you because you don't know who you are. You can be number one and still feel like an imposter because you don't know who you are. So in this situation, you cannot let them play the mind games. And the best way to beat it is to know yourself. Know your strengths and your weaknesses. Don't call yourself out on your weaknesses all the time. Don't just tell your opponent, oh, you said that, but man, I do this wrong. You see? Or tell them, oh man, yeah, I know. You know, you have to actually take it with a grain of salt and know how to win. If you ever won, you know what I'm talking about. You know how you just stay focused and you keep the strategy in mind and you see what you have to do. You take it on and you win. That's how it works. It's no other way to do it. But you have to see your failures in order for you to win. So you keep note of them, you write them down, whatever you're doing, put them in codes, whatever you want to do. Accept your failures. If you don't accept the failures, when you win, you won't accept the win either. You see what I'm saying? That's why people be like, man, I ran 20 times. Like, I ran down the street 30, 40 times. I ran around the corner. And it took me 6 months before my time got better. You see? They're going to tell you every fucking time they failed because now they have accepted the failure. Nobody can go back now and tell them that their failure was a real failure. That failure was the win. You see? So yeah, it's something about the win, y'all. It's about the concentration, the position, everything. But the best part of it all is that you actually have to know yourself. Y'all, I want that interview with Tiger Woods, man. I'm just like, this man is a winner. And I'm telling you, he's not going to tell you no other strategies or anything. It's the practice and the time that you put in. Your failures are what make you a winner. And accepting your failures will make you the biggest winner of all. It's not a joke. Indecisive about what you want. That's going to like not help you move forward. You got to know for sure. And don't let other people tell you that they know better than you and you don't know and all this different stuff. No, you know. You know. You know. So don't be indecisive about what you want. I used to, the principal at Nova Academy, not a superintendent, but try to trick me. She always thinking with her heart and not with her mind. Let me tell y'all, those are the best decisions I ever made in my life. Nobody can tell you how to think because just like you're extrovert or introvert, you choose which way you think. You either gonna think with your heart or you gonna think with your mind. And just because you can make a harsh decision does not mean that you actually thinking with your mind. You see what I'm saying? You're making a harsh decision because you might be just like an evil motherfucker. You cutting corners because you could be like an evil motherfucker. You see? So it's okay for you to make a decision with your heart and mind. You see what I'm saying? Because you always have to think about the big picture and the long run. And that's always how I make my decision. So just because this uneducated bitch wants to choose how I make my decision, I choose the best decision for the long run. I choose the decision that's going to help me live 100 years, 200, 300 years. You see, I want to be Tahotep. You see what I'm talking about? Egypt is a motherfucker, girl. Egypt is a motherfucker. Still her, baby. So that's all I'm trying to tell you is that that's it. I make the decision for the long run. It's not about my heart and my mind. And guess what? At the end of my days, I can actually lay down and say, that was the best decision that I ever made. I have no regrets. Whatsoever. Ooh. And I'm still broken in the motherfucker. Okay. Procrastinating goals. Y'all, this morning before I went to the hospital, I actually woke up and went to go work out. I get scared though, so I was like, okay, what I'm gonna do? I gotta figure out a morning workout. But I woke up and I wanted to go work out. My body wanted to work out. I have to work out. Then I went to have a Mountain Dew, and then I got the chest pain. So, yeah. So, that's it. Choosing to do nothing. That'll cause him regret. That will cause some real pain. So do something. It's a show, it's a podcast called See Something, Say Something. I think it's by like an Indian guy. But yeah, see something, say something. Get that shit out there. And listen, a hoedown has to end at some time. Whether through death or just realizing that, hey, you are a glorious bitch. But whatever you do, stop the hoedown. They just came out of it. Okay, your need to be right. You don't have to be right all the time. Sometimes you got to give people time to process their thoughts. But people who know this just have to process their thoughts. It's a humbling of the spirit. But really what God is telling you, let them process that thought. Give them a few years and they'll be back. It's not that you're right. It's just that they don't realize that this decision is not as complicated as they would think. Because sometimes people telling you stuff is just because that's not how it works. You know what I'm saying? They really just like, no, that's not, it's not going to work because that's not how it works really for real. So that's all they telling you. They're not really trying to be like better than you or righter than you or whatever. Some people are. But when somebody is able to humble their spirit and be like, okay, All right, come back and tell me later. Because they have to give you the time to process the process, or process the thought, or process the outcome. You see? So don't be upset about it. That's all it is. They just have experience. And so with that experience, they give you time to process. Let them process. That's why they can humble, because they know that you have to learn the same way. And don't be harsh about it. Because then that person gets to write it down as a failure. And with that failure, they can use cognitive thinking to learn how to win. You understand what I'm saying? You got shot. You got shot. Today is all about winning, baby. Okay. But if running from problems that should be fixed. Sometimes you gotta run. Or sometimes it's just not even a problem. Sometimes people think they've made a problem. It's not a problem. It's just not a cause of anything. See? So then you just go ahead and let the problem fix itself. You don't have to fix it. But if it's a small problem, you be like, I could keep my top over in front of me and put another top over. This is perfectly fine. Or I could sit here and leave the table with some trash and keep working and all this different stuff, and I don't. That's a problem. So what I have to do is put these things to the side and use the bag as a trash can, right? So that I can then therefore throw these things away. Those are simple problems that you can fix. Don't let people tell you that just because they did something wrong, it is now your problem. That's the stuff you have to say. You have to stay on top of it and stay in control of it, because people will tell you that. They will try to run you through their bullshit, and then they will try to tell you that that's your problem. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with them being a fucking crazy ass person that needs a lot of fucking help. See? So, that's all it is. So some problems you can fix. And that's just like cleaning the bathroom and stuff like that. Some problems you can fix, like making sure your check goes in, paying your bills on time, taking care of your children, making sure you're well fed and that your body is taken care of, making the appointments that you need to make. All those different things are problems that you have easy solutions to. You see, but like when somebody comes knocking on your door and taking something from you, guess what? It's not good. Not good at all. That's not your problem. It has now become theirs. You see? Y'all, I keep thinking about these people in Frisco. There's a mother and a son. And the son, I saw one day her and him having a fight in the car. They was following me and Blake. So she stopped the car and he got out of the car and ran down. It's like a Ampliad too. Ran down an Ampliad. Looked like a little boy down the street. The one that was messing with us. So I'm thinking that they really were trying to make a show. And so maybe they were trying to make me, her, and you see, why they can't do stuff without us? Y'all see, this stalking shit is really bad. Making excuses rather than decisions. I'm really good at that. I would just rather make the decision than make it the excuse. I don't know what that is. You know. And sometimes it sounds like an excuse, especially with women. People will always, that's an excuse. Bitch, I'm a woman. I had a child out of my fucking vagina. That is not an excuse. That is a fucking decision. So that everything I say after that would then therefore be named as a decision. Because sometimes I hate that too. It's like we don't give people leeway when they have children. You see what I'm saying? Like, I had an example with a parent at the school and they had the schedule and she got kids at home and she can't get on a bus at a certain time. And so some people might say that's an excuse. But no, that's a decision, and a decision that you made needs to be changed because her excuse is, or her decision is very found and profound and what can I say, facts. You see what I'm saying? Because sometimes we do shit and it's like that is not something that you need to name and it's an excuse. You need to actually start thinking with your mind that's in the long run for your heart. See what I'm saying? So, yeah. Let's keep moving forward. Overlooking the positive points in life. Well, yeah.
Look at those, because these tacos are delicious. Even though I keep getting hate emails from some random ass person, I think that, you see what I'm saying? It's time for you to enjoy tacos and a better Mountain Dew. You see? That's it. That's all it is. Even when I just left the hospital, it's still time for you to have tacos and Mountain Dew and talk like a fucking truck. Okay, so now appreciate the present moment. That's the moment you have to be in. Y'all, these are the good. This is the Los Nacho tacos. It's the chalupa. Quesalupa is gone. This is some good shit. It's good. I'm telling you, it is so fucking good. This is some good ass food. I'm not playing. I know it's just Taco Bell. Like, I like the street tacos from Buffalo Wild Wings too. I am a taco whore. If you're gonna go to any hoedown, go to the taco hoedown, and it's gonna get you far. You see? So look, that's all I'm saying, y'all. Is that in this day and age, please just move forward. And if a motherfucker is in your way, let them go ahead and kill themselves until they get out. You see what I'm saying? Let them hurt themselves. Don't hurt yourself. Don't stress, baby. Let them get what they gotta get out of it so you can move on with your fucking life. Have a great day. It's Shantae Brown, Sugar Talk on the Black Unicorns, telling you guys to eat some Los Tacos, nachos, whatever, and don't let people fuck around with you. Have a good day.